And if you are like me and you do love music, which I usually like to play, feel free to have some music on, on your end in your background. Otherwise, I'm not going to play any music here because again, my Spotify is being wonky and I'm going to record. So welcome everybody, peace and power. I do like to start this class on a stand. So just take a moment. I'm just going to shrug your body out a little bit and let's find our feet. I like to just march my feet a couple of times, just feeling the connection with the earth. And then lifting the toes. So as you lift the toes, you can really feel kind of the ball of the foot and the heel of the foot. And then maybe just a little shifting into that, kind of balancing yourself out, trying to feel equal pressure into the right and left, into the inner and outer side of the foot. And then maybe lift those toes a little bit higher, spread them out, and we will place them down on the ground. And then take your toes, grip, hold on to the ground a little bit with your toes, grip and hold on, and then roll your shoulders up, down, and back. And close your eyes here if you like, or keep them open, completely up to you, taking just a moment to check in. Again, welcome everyone joining us. I'm not playing music today, a couple of reasons. One, I'm recording, and a lot of times it gets booted with my music. Two, I don't know, my Spotify is being wonky, and I know Lauren's was working in class today, so I don't know, I need to get into my computer and figure out what's going on with my Spotify. So I will work on that this afternoon. Take a moment. Just feel the strength moving through your body. Feel your feet connected to the ground, holding on. Grip the ground, Pada Bandha. Navel to spine, shoulder blades down the back, chest lightly open. Take an inhale. And an exhale. On our inhale, we'll raise the arms up overhead. You can open your eyes if they were closed. And on our exhale, big forward fold down. Let yourself just hang for a breath or two. Feel that gentle stretch through the hamstrings, through the low back. Inhale, lift the chest up halfway. We'll bend down into our knees, press back into our heels, and inhale, rise all the way back up to stand. Take a bend over to our right side. And inhale, centering over to the left side. Welcome, Vicki. Welcome, Katie. Welcome. Is that Kinsey? Y'all look alike. Welcome, Dawn. Big forward fold again. Welcome, Amanda, Cheryl, Kathleen, Ellen. Welcome, Sarah. Welcome, Maria. Sometimes when I see you, Kenzie and Macy, through the computer, because my square is not super big, y'all look alike. Inhale, lift your chest halfway. Bend your knees, plant your hands down into the ground, stepping back into a plank pause. Hold the plank. So we're just trying to build some power, but taking a little bit of time here in the beginning. Now remember, even though this is peace and power, you do not have to come down through these vinyasas. You can stay standing. Lunges and squats are right here from the plank. You could go to child's pose, cat, cow, down dog, or we can chaturanga down. Pull those elbows into the rib cage, lower down, inhale, lift up through up dog or cobra, and exhale back into downward facing dog. So if you stay standing for lunges and squats, we're going to come up, we're going to find you there. And here we are, inhale, right leg rises, knee to nose, step it through. Inhale, come up, lunge. Nice. From our lunge, open warrior two. We'll let our left hand come under our right hand, finding eagle arms. Pull the elbows forward, lift and rise them up, shoulder blades down the back. Sink a little deeper into your front right leg. Then take a little shift from the torso so the elbows come towards the knee and humble eagle warrior. Fold. Releasing the hands, frame the right foot, lift the left. Now you can step up for lunges and squats, or you can step back to plank and take a chaturanga down and through. Right, building that power into our downward facing dog. Then on our inhale, left leg rises. Knee to nose, step it through. Inhale, lunge. Exhale, warrior two. Bring those hands down. Right arm comes under this time, interlace. Lift and pull up through the elbows, shoulder blades down the back. So you see me pulling the shoulder blades down As I lift the elbows up, inhale, shift the torso, twist. Exhale, humble eagle warrior. Release the hands, frame the left foot, lift the right heel, stepping up or stepping back for that possible chaturanga down and through to downward facing dog. Inhale, bend the knees, shift the gaze, walk, step, or even float the feet forward. Exhale, fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, sink down, chair. Now I got to remember that this class starts at the 5 after now, because I just looked down. I was like, how are we 10 minutes in? We're not. We're 5 minutes in. Right there from your chair. Inhale, root to rise. Exhale, big forward fold or staying standing for lunges and squats. Half lift. Plant the hands, step back. We get quite a few of these here in the beginning, really building the heat and the power through the vinyasa. Downward facing dog. Inhale, right leg rises. Knee to nose, step it through. Inhale, lunge. Exhale, warrior two. From here, rise up, star, sink down, goddess. Left arm under, right arm on top. Eagle arms again. Sinking, sinking, sinking into that plie. Take an inhale. As you exhale with control, start to hinge. Maybe your toes face forward for a little bit more balance. Hinge, hinge, hinge. Release the hands, straighten the legs, forward fold. Inhale, half lift through the chest. Exhale, walk the hands back towards your right foot. Drop the left knee down to the floor. Inhale, rise up, dragon. Nice. On our exhale, plant the hands down, curl the left toes under, lift the left knee, shift back into what I think of as kind of a floating half monkey. So a lot of times we do this with the knee on the ground, but we're rising it today. Take the inhale. As you exhale, hinging forward, plant the right foot, left leg rises to the sky, standing split. And then bend the knee, place the foot on the ground. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, sink down, chair. Okay, a little bit more power, a little bit more movement. Inhale, root to rise all the way up. Stand for lunges and squats or take that forward fold. Half lift. Plant the hands, step back. Chaturanga down and through. Into downward facing dog. Inhale, left leg rises. Knee to nose, step it through. So if you're standing, left leg forward, lunge. Open, warrior two. Inhale, up, star. Exhale, sink down, goddess. This time, right arm on the bottom, interlace. Lift and open, eagle. Inhaling, sink down, hold that plie, start to hinge. This is where the toes can come forward for a little more balance. Hinge, hinge, hinge. Release the hands, straighten the legs. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, walk the hands towards the front. Left foot, drop the right knee, rise up, dragon. Yes, perfect. Hands can down, curl the right toes, shift back. Oh, floating half monkey, hamstring stretch. Come forward, plant the left foot in, send the right to the sky, standing split. And drop the right knee, inhale, half lift. And exhale, chair. Nice, right there. Let's practice just a little bit of eagle legs in our chair. So as we come up, we're gonna inhale, bring the right leg up. And then exhale as we sink back down into chair. You can kickstand here, or if you're ready to go ahead and bring it into full eagle, you can. Right? Just practicing the lower legs, the lower body. And then inhale, come up. Exhale, plant the foot down. Inhale, left leg rises. Try that on the other side. Just working the legs for a moment. Yes. And then inhale, come up. Exhale, forward fold or staying standing for lunges and squats. Half lift. Plant the hands, step back, and chaturanga down and through. So adding a little bit more power here. If you're standing, you're going to do standing knee to elbow. If you're here on the ground, inhale, left, right leg rises. Right knee, right elbow. Inhale, rise it back up. Bring it over, right knee, left elbow. Right, just add a little bit more of this power. Inhale, rise it back up. Exhale, press the earth away as you step the foot through. Inhale, lunge. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, reach and reverse, right? You're gonna always get some version of this. And then as we come forward, my right hand can rest on my thigh, or I keep it extended out for that extended side angle. So just getting that front view. It looks like this. I don't want to round forward. I want to keep that chest open and reach. Maybe I'm a little higher. Maybe I'm a little lower. Right? Your choice. Then as we come up into star, exhale, sink down, goddess. Bring left arm on bottom, finding eagle arms. But from here, we're going to shift our weight towards our back left foot. Start to lower down, maybe all the way into Skandasana. So eagle arms, Skandasana, but you just go as low as feels good to you. Nice. Now, as we come up and out of this, we'll release the arms and come back to warrior two. Excellent. And then rainbow that left arm up, down, and around, dropping the back left knee. Rise up, dragon, but adding a little bit of a twist this time. Now the back knee can be up, right? It doesn't have to be on the ground. But we're going to take the right arm and reach it back for the left hamstring and gaze up at the left hand. So into this little bit of a reverse dragon open. And then rainbow the hands down and through. Curl the back toes, shift that way back, floating half monkey. Come forward, plant the right foot, left foot high to the sky, standing split. And then pull that left knee in towards the chest right here. Now you have options. You can put the left foot on the ground to come to standing, or we can try to rise up, keeping that left foot lifted. Right knee up, and then cross it over, finding eagle, and this time adding the arms, right arm on the bottom. So left arm, left leg is crossed on top, and it can be kickstand. Right arm is on top. So we're in the opposite. And then we're going to rise up and out of that. Circle the arms around, find warrior three. Nice. And this is all the extra power here. Lowering down, so we land in lunge. Plant the hands down. Now we are going to come into a little bit of plank work. If you're not coming to the floor today, you could do the wall, or again, you can just do some squats and lunges in between. Otherwise, if you're here on the ground, step back into your plank. Inhale, left arm rises, and then we'll open into the side plank. So right knee can be down or lifted. Then we come back into plank with the left arm lifted. Lower it down. We're coming all the way down to the torso. Reach the hands back, palms face down, pinkies by the side. Lift up locust. Right there. Nice squeeze. Now bring the arms forward. We're going to try to bring the thumbs towards each other. There's all the strength and the power right here. Kind of this final set through everything. And then open the arms back out to the side. Bend the knees. You can stay right here or maybe reach for the bottoms of the feet, rising up into bow. Yes. Nice. And then release down. Allow yourself to just lie here for a breath. And then pressing up and back to downward facing dog. We're going to do that on the other side. So knee to elbow if you're standing. Right, and then on the floor, knee to elbow as well. Inhale, left leg rises. Left knee, left elbow. Inhale, rise it up. Bring it under right elbow. Inhale, rise it up. And exhale, step it through. Inhale, lunge. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, reach and reverse. As we come forward, remember the left arm can rest or we can reach them both forward. Really working to open the right shoulder, lengthening. Inhale, rise up, star. Exhale, sink down, goddess. Right arm comes on the bottom, interlace through eagle. And of course, you can uneagle your arms. You can use your hands as much as you need to. We start to shift the weight towards the back right leg. Skandasana down. Yes. Nice. Welcome also, Tracy. And then as we come up, releasing the arms, come up, warrior two. Right arm comes up, down, and around. Plant the hands down. Drop the back right knee. Dragon. And then left arm reaches for the right hamstring. Right arm comes up. Rainbow the hands down and around. Curl the back toes. Shift back. With that floating half monkey. Shifting the weight forward into the left foot. Right leg comes high to the sky. Standing split. Right knee into the chest. Now again, you can plant the right foot on the ground to come up to stand, or we can try to come up to stand on one leg. Nice. Right knee comes up and steps over, sinking down into eagle, and left arm comes on top. Now, like this foot just really isn't wanting to connect for me today. That's okay. I can kickstand it. I can let it float. We'll rise up, circle the arms around. Warrior three. It's okay to tap down. I just did. And sink back, lunge. Plant the hands down. We'll be staying on the floor from here one more time, working through our plank work. So again, you could do this part on the wall or come on down. This time we lift the right arm. We let the heels drop to the left, right arm comes up, little side plank. Come back, center plank. Lower the right hand, chaturanga down to the torso. Palms at the side, pinkies towards the thigh, palms face down, lift up, locust. Now you do want your gaze down, so if you have to look up to see what's happening, but then bring your gaze back down. Open those arms long. We're bringing thumbs towards each other out in front of our head. And then back to the side. Either staying here, either bending the knees, either reaching and grabbing. Maybe wrap the hands over the top of the foot, grabbing inside the foot as you lift up into bow. And release. Pause for a breath. Now in this final little time through here, we're going to press up to plank. You can press up to knees or toes, but we are going to come up to our plank. So press it up, right? Of course, when I say we're going to do it, it's definitely optional. And then from here, we're going to take a final chaturanga through. So pull the elbows in, chaturanga down, inhale, lift up through up dog or maybe your cobra, and exhale into downward facing dog. Nice work, my friends. We are moving towards peace. And we're going to start with pigeon. So as we inhale, gently lift the right leg. And as we shift the weight forward, we're going to bring the right shin out across the mat. Slide the left leg long. Lift up off the right hip. Now, if pigeon does not feel good to you, remember you can always take right ankle across the left thigh for fore stretch, either seated or lying down. Or if you're feeling pretty good here in pigeon, let hip out from under you a little bit. Maybe come down to the forearms. Or all the way to the belly if you like. Just going to turn more to the front to see everything a little better. We slow down. We hold things. Peace. So just a couple of reminders. Remember, after this class, 10 minutes after this class, so 9:45 a.m., our monthly wellness cafe, it will be with Maria and Lauren, your regular host. So tune in for that. And then May 23rd, I believe it's 4 p.m., but I do know it's up on the schedule. Trainer Lindsay M is hosting a yoga workshop. So you're obviously here in Peace and Power. You're kind of a yoga fan already, but if if the class is going to be good for everybody. She's going to break down some poses. So it'll be good for maybe beginners that are like, oh, I don't know what to do. And also super awesome for regulars, just to maybe kind of go back to the basics a little bit and check in with yourself on if you're doing the poses correctly. There is a little bit of an extra charge for that, I believe. It's not much at all, but since it's not a regular class and it is a full hour. So do check your newsletters and everything. And then from here, we'll start to make our way up onto our hands. Curl our back left toes under to be able to press up and back to downward facing dog. Shake out your right leg, especially a little bit. We'll take that through the other side. So inhale, left leg rises, and then work to bring the shin forward or for stretch. Whatever feels good to you. Take your time. And we're going to be in the pose for a little bit. So you want to take your time getting into the pose also. A couple of minutes, not quite as long as yin, because we have a full 30 minutes there, but definitely a nice minute or two. Giving the hip time to release. And the more you kind of pull up off the hip, think about shoulders, straight line with the hips. This brings you into that glute stretch a little bit better. And in these stretches, in these holds, invite your awareness right into this time and space. So kind of in your head, right? Talking to yourself like, oh, I feel my hip and shift my shoulders a little bit. Right? But what that does when we kind of talk to ourselves is it keeps us in this moment so the mind doesn't start grabbing on and wandering away. Notice your breath. Here, slowly come up. Curl the right toes under to press up and back. Just do a brief down dog if that feels good. Maybe shake the left leg out a little. And then from here, just kind of walk your feet to your hands or your hands to your feet for an easy forward fold. Now, if you don't like this sensation of hanging upside down, you can always come to the floor in a straight leg, legs out in front of you, seated fold. Or you can also kind of place your hands up on a chair or a wall and just make the fold not so deeply. But I do like to bring you into this inversion sometimes, because at least for the upper part of our body, right, it's that reverse flow of gravity. Helps kind of release everything. And it does give a nice stretch through the entire back of the body. A seated forward fold can work as well. Just a couple more breaths here. Using the weight of the gravity to pull the head forward to stretch through the back of the body. And then inhale, if you're completely upside down, we'll just kind of start to lift our head halfway, We'll come on down to our knees for a couple of cat-cows. Some nice movement through the spine, flexing and extending it. Move with your breath, or you can move really at whatever pace feels good to you. And from here, gently coming forward onto the belly. So kind of the opposite of what we did in that forward fold. Now we're going to open our chest, and you have options. You can bring elbows underneath the shoulders, come up for Sphinx, right? Or if it feels good to you, kind of slide the hands back a little bit and come up to seal, or slide the hands back even more for Cobra. Okay, so if the hands are out in front of the shoulders, let's seal. Hands under the shoulders is Cobra. And then either of those positions, just gently kind of rock the hips side to side. Just feel all that opening right around the hip flexors. And then you can kind of rock into the right hip, lift the left hip, look over the left shoulder. And you have way more range of motion, of course, if you're doing this up on your hands than on your forearms. You can do it on your forearms, but it's just going to be a little smaller. And then we'll come center and take that the other way. And then come center, pull the navel in to press up and back, and then just kind of move your hands towards your knees towards hands, just creating that space where we'll come down onto our back. We'll take just a brief knee hug. Rocking side to side. And then bringing the feet down to the ground, but out wide away from each other. Let the knees fall to the right. So now kind of that upper body that we were stretching in our Cobra or Sphinx, now we're getting a little more stretch down through the hip flexor and the quad. If you want more, this is where you can pull the left heel in towards you, tuck it under you, or you could come on, or the right heel, I guess, I don't know, left heel, right? Or come onto your side and pull it in here. I didn't mirror you on this last pose as we came down to the ground, so. Let on and exhale. Relax through the arms, through the shoulders, the chest, and the torso. Release through the navel, through the low back. Sometimes if you take a hand and you place it right there on the navel, it just kind of helps the body release. You might feel your heartbeat. Then if we're really tucked in here to get out, if we roll away from the leg that's tucked, which I do believe would be your left leg, and then come back onto your back. Make any little adjustments, lift your hips, shift around, take your feet out wide, and let the knees fall to the left this time. So now a little more stretch through the right. Of course, you can stay here. We can work on that, tucking the knee in a little or a lot, but listening to your knee. If you've got some tightness, especially through the muscles and the ligaments and tendons. And you can place the hand on the belly. That helps you relax. I'm going to take you just a tiny bit over here so this side can get a little bit of an equal share. You do have to go. I completely understand. You don't have anything for 10 minutes. You're doing the Wellness Cafe. So you've got a few extra minutes in your morning. I think it's still morning from, maybe not morning for East Coast. If you've got a few extra minutes, I invite you as we come out of this stretch to just lengthen the legs long. We'll come into a little bit of a Shavasana. So again, if you want to go a couple of minutes over, you can hang out here with me in Shavasana. I'll close this out in a moment so that you can, of course, stay longer or less, completely up to what kind of fits your schedule today. But it's Friday. It's Friday the 13th and Mercury is in retrograde. So if you can, give yourself the gift of a few extra moments here in your Shavasana. And I'll log you out. So there's no like real hurry for you to move. Just whenever you are ready to move, you can kind of take your time. Eventually making your way up to seated. Thank you all so much for joining me. Hope you have a beautiful day, a beautiful weekend. I'll be here for Super Saturday. So maybe I'll see you then. Namaste, my friends.